Wow. Hello and welcome everyone. In 2020, 8BitDo released an arcade stick for the Nintendo Switch and PC. It was called the 8BitDo arcade stick. The design was unique, it was affordable, it can be wireless. For a price tag of only $89, it was packing a lot of features. This arcade stick has become one of my favorite entry-level arcade stick and one of my most recommended arcade stick for anyone that is coming into fighting games and arcade sticks. Fast forward 2023, 8BitDo announced that they were going to release an Xbox version of this arcade stick. I was very excited because for a very long time, Xbox did not have an officially licensed entry-level arcade stick. So that was a pretty big deal. I kind of have to go back in time and explain this. Going back to 2008 when Street Fighter 4 just came out, it was released for Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. At the time, many local arcades were getting in Street Fighter 4 arcade cabinets, and the parts used in those cabinets were Japanese arcade parts. Also at the time, that was when internet was getting better and more affordable, so online gaming was booming. On top of that, Street Fighter 4 was a big hit in the arcades, in tournaments, and online. So fighting game player wanted something that can replicate the arcade cabinet and arcade experience at home. So with everything in the mix, all the timing was right, all the stars aligned. It was a recipe for success. So that kind of started the whole arcade stick revolution. Every company was pushing out arcade sticks at different price points. But not too long after, for some reason, companies just stopped making entry-level arcade sticks for the Xbox. It's like they somehow predicted the future because in 2016, when Capcom announced Street Fighter 5, it was exclusive for the PlayStation. Now, let's say if you were an arcade stick company, it would make more sense for you to make arcade sticks for the PlayStation, knowing that the whole duration of Street Fighter 5 is going to be mainly played on the PlayStation. So basically for the past 10 to 15 years, we didn't really see or get any officially licensed entry-level arcade sticks for the Xbox. If you wanted a entry-level arcade stick for the Xbox in the past, let's say 10 to 13, 15 years, you would have to go for a universal one, which is not officially licensed. It usually requires some type of bypass, or you would have to get a more expensive models in the $200, $300 range. Until now, there is finally a budget-friendly, officially licensed arcade stick for Xbox users, introducing the 8BitDo arcade stick for Xbox in black and white. So in this video, we're going to unbox it and see what is new and what is different. That way you know which one is right for you. Now let's begin. First, let's take a look at the box. The box is pretty much the same as the Nintendo version, except with Xbox information and Xbox logos and branding. Then it looks like this inside. First, we have a 1 month free Xbox Game Pass, and then we have the 8BitDo manual, and third, we have a USB-C to USB-A cable. This is a detachable cable, and this is very nice because in case if this breaks, you can buy a replacement or you can buy it in a different color. Also, it keeps everything clean. Now you don't have to wrap your cable around your arcade stick. Now let's take this guy out. This is protected by two foam inside. And here it is. The overall design of the arcade stick is the same as the Nintendo version. This arcade stick weighs at about 4.5 pounds and it comes in two different colors. The one I'm holding right now, it is the matte black finish, and it also comes in a matte white finish. In my opinion, I think this is one of the best looking arcade stick designs out there. All 8BitDo really have to do is just to make one for the PlayStation. Now let's go over the control section. The first toggle we have is for your headphone, and that is the biggest difference between the Xbox version and the Nintendo version. The Xbox version have a headphone jack, and if you turn the toggle to the left, your headphone is on and your microphone is on. If you turn it to the middle, your microphone is muted but your headphone is still on. And if you turn it to the right, your headphone is off and your microphone is also muted. Alright? And compared to the Nintendo version, this used to be a toggle switch between the Nintendo Switch and X input. And for your second switch, this is to toggle between your left stick, your D-pad, and your right stick, just like on your Xbox controller. And this toggle switch is the same as the one on the Nintendo Switch version. And the third button here we have is the star button. The star button is new to the Xbox version. It allows you to swap any two buttons on the fly. For example, this is light punch, this is light kick. If you hold down both buttons and you press the star button, blinking showing you that it's confirmed. Now light punch becomes light kick becomes light punch. Same thing for any other buttons, for example, medium kick and heavy punch. So if you hold down both and you press it, confirms. Now this has become heavy punch, and heavy punch has become medium kick. And compared to the Nintendo version, it used to be a pair button to pair the arcade stick to the Nintendo Switch. The fourth button we have is the Xbox button, just like on your controller. But this also acts as the on and off button for the arcade stick. So to turn on the arcade stick, you would just want to hold it for 1 second and you can see the light is blinking. Now it's trying to connect. To turn off the arcade stick, you just need to hold it down for about 6 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as you can see, the light now is off. And compared to the Nintendo version, this used to be the turbo button. And the fifth button is the profile button. The profile button is also new to the Xbox version. What it does is that when you turn it on, it gives your buttons another set of new buttons. So for example, normally you use light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, medium kick, and heavy kick, right? But you often pass your arcade stick to your friend, but your friend likes to use these 6 buttons. So you would turn it on. Now these becomes light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, medium kick, and heavy kick. So what you need to do is you just go into the software, and in the software you can turn any buttons into any buttons, or you can even have more than one of the same button, meaning you can have like 2 heavy punch, 3 heavy punch, and things like that. Also, what's cool is that you can also have a direction on the button. For example, these 2 buttons up here, I can make it a left, and I can, let's say, make it a right. And also on a direction, which is crazy, on the joystick, you can make it up a light punch if you want, like just for fun. So we'll sync it, okay? So now, let's see, now up becomes a light punch, and then this becomes left, and this becomes right. So the possibilities are endless. And compared to the Nintendo version, this used to be the home button for the Nintendo Switch. Moving down here, we have a slider. If you're on Xbox, you want to slide it on the left, which is joystick mode. And if you're on PC, you want to slide it to the right, which is controller mode. And compared to the Nintendo version, it used to be 4 LED lights to indicate what you're doing on the Nintendo Switch. And the next button here is the view button, just like on your Xbox controller. And compared to the Nintendo version, this used to be the toggle switch between Bluetooth and 2.4G connection. And the next button in the middle right here is the share button, just like your Xbox controller. Compared to the Nintendo version, this used to be the select button. And finally, the last button in this section is the menu button, just like on your controller. And compared to the Nintendo version, it's exactly the same menu button. Moving on, let's talk about these 2 buttons up here. Just like your Xbox controller, you have a left stick button and a right stick button. And by using the 8BitDo software, you can assign any buttons to these 2 buttons. And you can also assign any directions to these 2 buttons. Compared to the Nintendo version, it was different. They used to be Program 1 and Program 2 buttons, where they're used for macros. Next, the joystick lever and the buttons feels pretty much the same as the Nintendo version. They feel pretty much the same as any other entry-level arcade stick from, let's say, Mayflash, Hori, Quamba, Mad Cat, etc. because they pretty much use similar unbranded basic parts. They're not gonna feel as good as, let's say, the bigger brands like Sanwa or any other brand name parts because they've been around for a long time and they've been refining it over the years. But even though they're not brand name parts, they can still take you very far if you know put your time and you master the arcade stick. And usually entry-level arcade sticks doesn't come with brand name parts because it's supposed to be budget friendly, which makes your entry fee into fighting game and arcade sticks less expensive. Before we open up the arcade stick, I want to show you another change that they did on the Xbox version in a good way. So before, the charging port used to be in the dongle on the Nintendo version. So when you want to charge the arcade stick, right, you open the slot and you plug in the USB-C cable. But the issue is all the components are on the top, but your charging cable component is on the bottom. So that results in when you open up the arcade stick, what happens was there is a cable that attaches from the charging port to all the components on the top half. So every time you open it, you have to kind of like detach it or don't try to break it. So the change is that they no longer have the charging port in the slot. So they move the charging port to the top half of the arcade stick where all the components are outside. So now the good thing is when you open up the arcade stick, there is no cable anymore because all the component is on the top half of the arcade stick and the bottom half is just the metal plates for the weights. Alright guys, now I'm going to show you how to connect your arcade stick to your Windows PC. It is super easy. First thing you need to do is just hold it for 1 second and turn it on. As you can see, it's blinking. Blinking means it's trying to search for a connection. Now you go to your settings and under devices, and then take your wireless USB dongle and then plug it into your USB port. And then you should be able to see, you heard the sound? Now it shows up the 8BitDo arcade stick for Xbox. You don't really have to go to the settings. I just want to show you. And then you just want to open up your game. And then look. Very easy, right? Alright, since you're already here, let's try out the arcade stick in the wireless connection. And let's choose Jamie because Jamie is cool. And then let's go to the hottest combo. And yeah, so that way you can see how responsive the arcade stick is while in a wireless connection. So left, right, up, down, light, medium, heavy, light, medium, heavy. So it's been a while since I used Jamie. So let's see. Let me see. I know he has like the Fei Long move. This is the Fei Long move. So you can do the Fei Long combo. I think you can also do the kick, but it's only, yeah. So with the cancel, you can do 3 hits. So let's try to do it. It's punch, 1, 2, 3, medium, and then heavy into super. Okay, I think I have an idea. So it's this into super. Okay. Hold on. There we go. Let me cheat a little bit. There we go. Alright guys, let's try out a different game. So that way we can, let's do a random one. You can get to see another more footage of the arcade stick using wireless connection for those who love shoot 'em up. So do anyone know this game? This used to be very popular in the arcades. Whoa, I need my power up. So we're just gonna play a minute of this game. No. Wow, this is not easy. That they are serious. I don't remember being like it being this hard. Wow. Games were different back then. Like they don't play. Oh my god. I didn't expect this to be this hard, like with this many bullets in the first round. But I didn't really play that much shoot 'em ups back then. So let's use a bomb right here. I think we still have another bomb for safety. Okay. So yeah, shoot 'em is definitely not my, my expertise, I would say. Except Gigawing. Gigawing I spent quite a lot of time. Oh, we can use that power up before. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, after the boss, we'll move on to the next one. We still have a bomb, so we might not have to die. We'll use it at the very end. Whoa. I think that blue circle that just came out, you can instantly kill the boss, if I remember correctly. Oh, this is risky. Don't do this to me. Okay. Let me bring you guys back to the arcade days. Brings back a lot of memories, right? And I'm just gonna show you guys like 1 more minute of footage of the arcade stick in wireless mode on a different game, so you can get a better sense. Arcade sticks are the best for when it comes to retro games and fighting games, in my opinion. And I think there used to be a secret spot here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. We got some fishes. They don't make games like this anymore. Back then, games were made with love and passion, and you get a lot of secrets, hidden gems, and Easter eggs. And I think there used to be one, yeah, up here. Maybe one here. Yeah, you see, when we were kids, these are little things that makes us excited, But when we grow up, like it's different, Let me just show you another like 30 seconds, and then we'll move on. Krabbies here, and throw some grenades. All right, we have a heavy machine gun now. Every Krabby is one shot, one shot, and one grenade. Push it up, push it up. These games are the best on arcade sticks. Usually this part I will show you how to mod the arcade stick, but there is another major change inside, and this is very important if you're planning to buy this arcade stick. The change is that the 8-pin connection to the joystick lever has been changed. You will no longer be able to use the 5-pin adapter cable as a shortcut like we did on the Nintendo version. What happens is the 8-pin connection is smaller now, and the pins are in different order, so it's a little bit more complicated than the Nintendo version. But don't worry, I'm going to show you many different ways to mod, some ways without soldering or cutting cables. I don't want to add it onto this video because I think that video is going to be very long, because I'm going to show you as much detail as possible and show you every step of the way. So please keep an eye on the next video. So in conclusion, as of April of 2024, in my opinion, I think 8BitDo has the best entry-level arcade stick in the market for Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and Windows PC when it comes to price, value, design, and features. And the best entry-level arcade stick, in my opinion, for PlayStation is probably the Quamajong 1. If you can't get the 1, then it's the Quamajong 2. And hopefully this video was able to help you decide which arcade stick was right for you. If you wanted to use it on your Nintendo Switch, you have to get the Nintendo version. If you want to use it on your Xbox, you have to get the Xbox version. But if you're on Windows PC, since they'll both work on Windows PC, I guess you can choose based on the color, the retro style, a matte black finish, or a white color. Or if you prefer the turbo and macro feature on the Nintendo version, or if you prefer the button swap and the profile feature on the Xbox version. I'll leave that up to you. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe is always helpful for a small channel. I'll see you guys on the next video.